You need to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me. There are Mercury dimes and Roosevelt dimes floating around out there that look completely normal, worn, grey, maybe even dirty, and people are spending them every single day like pocket change. Big mistake. Huge mistake. These coins are hidden treasure coins. These coins equal hidden wealth. I'm talking serious money. I'm talking silent fortune sitting in your jar, your drawer, your car console. Do not spend these coins. Some tiny detail, one small mint mark, one overlooked surface wave can turn a 10-cent piece into a life-changing opportunity. Secret collectors want these. Collectors are fighting for these. Real auction shock happens when they appear. And today I'm revealing the top 3 most valuable ultra-rare Mercury and Roosevelt dimes worth huge money. Each one gets rarer. Each one gets more shocking. Stay till the end, because the last coin, it changes everything. Check your pocket now. Rare US coins alert. This is not hype. This is hidden treasure in plain sight. First coin number 1. Now let's talk about a coin that people are accidentally losing every day without even knowing it. The 1943 Mercury dime with the D mint mark. If you've ever seen a small silver dime with that classic winged Liberty head and thought it was just old change, you might have been holding a silent fortune in your hand. Picture this. It's 1943. The United States is deep in World War II. Factories are roaring. Metal is precious. The country is under pressure. Everything is about survival, production, and sacrifice. And in the middle of that chaos, the Denver Mint strikes Mercury dimes under serious stress. Workers rushing. Machinery pushed hard. The nation focused on war. That kind of pressure creates mistakes, variations, and coins that survive against the odds. This 1943 with D Mercury dime carries that tension in its metal. On the front, you see Lady Liberty with her winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought. But collectors know this design isn't just beautiful, it's powerful. It represents a nation fighting for its future. On the back, the fasces and olive branch stand for strength and peace. It's bold, it's historic. And in 1943, every strike mattered. Now here's where it gets serious. This coin is made from 90% silver and 10% copper. During wartime, silver was strategic. Every ounce counted. Yet this small dime still carries that silver weight in your palm. About 2.5 grams. Just under 18 millimeters across. Thin, about 1.35 millimeters. Small, light, easy to ignore, easy to spend. That's the danger. Because in very fine condition, especially with those grey wave patterns flowing across the surface, this coin becomes something collectors obsess over. That soft grey, original toning, that antique look, that is not dirt. That is history. That is untouched originality. And if someone tries to clean it, to make it shiny, they destroy the silent fortune instantly. Never clean this coin. Ever. Original toning matters more than shine. Once it's wiped or polished, the serious money disappears. The D mint mark on the reverse, just near the bottom left of the fasces, is everything. That tiny letter is what separates common from rare. Some 1943 dimes were heavily circulated. Many were melted later for silver. Many were worn down, damaged, or lost. Survival in strong, very fine condition with natural grey waves? That's rare. And rarity is where quiet wealth begins. Collectors study tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Liberty's hair curls. The definition of the bands on the faces. Are the bands fully separated? Are they slightly worn? Those small details change everything. This detail changes everything. Because the stronger the detail, the fewer coins survive like that today. At auctions, when a solid 1,943 with D Mercury dime in very fine condition with original surfaces shows up, it's not loud, it's quiet, it's intense. Experienced collectors don't shout, they wait. They watch. Then suddenly, aggressive bidding starts. Not because it's flashy, but because they know supply is shrinking. Many collectors who secure strong examples don't sell. They hold. They lock them away. That makes the next available coin even more valuable. And today's market value for a top-level rare example of this 1,943 with D Mercury dime can reach around $162,000. Let that sink in. A 10-cent coin, worth serious money. Hidden wealth. Silent fortune. Life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. Do not spend this coin. If you find one, stop. Check the mint mark. Check the surface. Look for original grey toning, not bright shine. Never clean it. Never polish it. Cleaning destroys value faster than anything. If you believe you have a strong example, professional grading is critical. Authentication protects you. It confirms condition. And in this level of big money coins, condition is everything. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. In 1,943 people were focused on war, not saving dimes. Kids spent them. Adults used them for necessities. They circulated hard. That's why surviving examples with strong detail and natural surfaces are scarce. And that scarcity fuels collector demand today. This is not fiction. These old coins equal big treasure. Dirty old coins shock the market when they turn out to be rare. Some detail makes these rare, and most people miss it. They see a worn grey dime and think it's nothing. Meanwhile, secret collectors want it. Rare coins equal big money. You could be holding a fortune and not even know it. Stay till the end of this series, because what comes next is even bigger. If you thought a 1,943 with D Mercury dime was dangerous to ignore, the next coin is rarer, more shocking, and even more valuable. And people are spending it right now. Don't go anywhere. Next coin number 2. Now this is where things get uncomfortable. Because the next coin I'm about to reveal does not look rare. It does not look silver. It does not look old enough. In fact, most people would toss it back into circulation without even thinking. This coin is a hidden treasure, the 1,984 with D Roosevelt dime. Yes, 1984th, not 1884th, not 1916th, 1984. And that's what makes this so dangerous to ignore. Picture this. You're digging through loose change. You see a small dime with Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front. It's dark. It's dirty. It has that black, almost oily surface people call black spat. It looks like it's been through pockets, vending machines, gas stations. You assume it's worth 10 cents, and you spend it. Do not spend this coin. 1,984 was a heavy production year. The U.S. economy was in transition. Cash was moving fast. Coins were being pumped out in massive numbers. The Denver Mint was striking millions upon millions of Roosevelt dimes under speed and volume pressure. And when mints push for speed, things happen. Subtle variations. Strike differences. mint mark positioning quirks, surface anomalies, coins that slip through quality checks, coins that look ordinary but carry microscopic details collectors obsess over. The Roosevelt dime design itself feels simple. On the front, Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile, strong, a symbol of leadership during crisis decades earlier. On the back, the torch in the center, olive branch on one side, oak branch on the other. Liberty, peace, strength, clean lines, modern look. But in 1984 at Denver, something special happened with a tiny group of coins. Now remember, by 1984 dimes were no longer silver. They were clad, a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel, about 2.27 grams in weight, roughly 17.9 millimeters across, just over 1.3 millimeters thick, light, common, easy to ignore. That's what makes this so scary. Because in black spat and dirty circulated condition, most people assume damage. They assume corrosion. They assume nothing special. But advanced collectors know that certain 1984 with D dimes show rare striking characteristics combined with preserved structural sharpness under that dark surface. The blackened toning isn't always damage. Sometimes it's stable, original surface reaction from decades of storage and environment. And original surfaces matter. Let me say this clearly. Never clean this coin. If you scrub that dark layer off trying to make it shiny, you can instantly destroy the silent fortune hiding inside. Cleaning leaves hairlines. It removes originality. It tells professional graders that the surface has been altered. And altered coins lose serious money value. Here's what collectors quietly check. The sharpness of Roosevelt's hair above the ear. The clarity in the torch flame lines. The spacing and position of the D mint mark. The strength of the lettering. Tiny differences. Tiny details. This detail changes everything. Most 1984 with D dimes were heavily used. They were spent fast. They weren't saved. They weren't respected. That's why high-quality survivors with rare strike traits and untouched surfaces are incredibly difficult to find today. And here's where auction behavior gets intense. When one of these rare 1984 with D examples with the right combination of strike quality, mint mark placement, and preserved original black surface appears at auction, experienced collectors go quiet. They don't advertise. They don't hype. They wait. Then the bids start climbing. Slow, strategic, aggressive. Because they know something most people don't. Supply is shrinking. Collectors who secure rare modern varieties like this often hold them tightly. They understand that modern-era sleepers are becoming some of the most explosive hidden wealth in the rare coin world. The older generations overlooked them. That mistake is not being repeated now. And today, a top-level rare 1984 with D Roosevelt dime with the right characteristics has reached market values around $124,000. For a coin people still find in pocket change, that's serious money. That's hidden wealth. That's a life-changing opportunity disguised as 10 cents. This is not fiction. People are accidentally losing these. They're rolling them up at banks. They're feeding them into machines. They're ignoring the dirty ones. Dirty coins? Sometimes those are the dangerous ones. Sometimes those are the quiet wealth pieces collectors are secretly hunting. If you find a 1984 with D dime, stop. Check the mint mark carefully. Look at the surfaces under good light. Do not polish it. Do not dip it. Do not scrape it. Professional grading is critical if you suspect something unusual. Authentication separates a normal coin from a silent fortune. Patience is golden in this game. Rushing destroys value. Cleaning destroys value. Ignoring details destroys value. Stay with me, because what comes next is even more shocking. If you think a 1984 with D Roosevelt dime hiding in plain sight is unbelievable, the next coin is rarer, older, and even more explosive in value. And almost nobody talks about it. Check your pockets again. Because the final coin in this countdown, it changes everything. Next coin, number 3. And now, this is the one that makes collectors lean forward. The 1945 Mercury dime with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks harmless. Silver shine. Classic design. Maybe a little wear. Maybe sitting in your grandfather's old jar. Maybe mixed into a roll from the bank. And that's exactly why this coin is so dangerous to ignore. Because 1945 was not just any year. It was the final year of World War II. America was exhausted. Industry was stretched to the limit. The nation was transitioning from war production back towards civilian life. Mints were still operating under pressure. Metal demand was high. Emotions were high. The world was changing. And in the middle of that historic shift, the Philadelphia Mint struck Mercury dimes without a mint mark. No mint mark. That tiny absence is everything. On the front, you see Liberty wearing her winged cap, bold and forward-facing, symbolizing freedom of thought. It's one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. The detail in her hair, the curve of the cap, the strength in her profile. On the back, the fasces bound together with bands, standing for unity and strength, paired with the olive branch for peace. In 1945, that symbolism meant something real. Peace was finally within reach. This coin carries that energy. It's struck in 90% silver, 10% copper, real silver, solid, honest metal. About 2.5 grams in weight, roughly 17.9 millimeters in diameter, just 1.35 millimeters thick. Small, light, easy to overlook, easy to spend. Do not spend this coin. Because in very fine condition, with original silver shine still glowing through light circulation wear, this piece transforms from 10 cents into hidden treasure. Here's what makes survival rare. In 1945 people were not saving dimes as collectibles. They were rebuilding their lives. Coins circulated hard. They were used daily. Many were later melted when silver prices rose decades later. Others were damaged, cleaned, or worn smooth. Finding a 1945 Mercury dime today with strong detail in Liberty's hair, visible separation in the facets bands, and natural silver luster shining under the surface is not common. And let's talk about that shine. There's a difference between natural silver luster and artificial shine from cleaning. Collectors can see it instantly. Natural shine flows across the surface when you tilt the coin under light. It moves in soft waves. It looks alive. Cleaned shine looks flat. Never clean this coin. If you wipe it, dip it, polish it, you strip away history. You remove originality. You cut the value down brutally. Original toning, even light golden or soft gray edges, adds character and authenticity. Cleaning destroys serious money faster than almost anything else. Now here's where collectors get obsessive. On the 1945 with no mint mark version, they examine strike sharpness from the Philadelphia Mint. They check the centered bands on the fasces. Fully separated bands dramatically increase desirability. They inspect Liberty's cheek for smoothness versus natural wear. They look for untouched fields without scratches from mishandling. Tiny details. Tiny differences. This detail changes everything. And when a very fine example with original surfaces and attractive silver shine appears at auction, the room changes. Bidders go quiet. Phones come out. Online watchers lock in. Then the bids begin to climb. Not because it's flashy, because supply is shrinking. Collectors know that strong, problem-free 1945 with no mint mark Mercury dimes are disappearing into long-term collections. Once they enter serious hands, they rarely come back. Demand keeps rising. Availability keeps tightening. And today, examples meeting that rare combination have reached market values around $148,000. Let that hit you. 10 cents. Turning into life-changing wealth. Silent fortune. Serious money hiding in plain sight. This is not fiction. Old coins equal big treasure. Hidden wealth is often small and overlooked. And this coin is special because most people assume no mint mark means common. But sometimes, what's missing is what makes it powerful. If you find one, stop immediately. Check the date. Confirm there is no mint mark. Examine the surfaces under good lighting. Look for natural silver luster, not artificial shine. Do not clean it. Do not scrape it. Professional grading is critical at this level. Authentication protects the value and confirms what you truly have. Patience is everything. Rushing to sell without verification can cost you a fortune. Mishandling can erase quiet wealth in seconds. And here's the bigger picture. We just walked through 3 coins people are accidentally losing every single day. A 1943D Mercury dime carrying wartime intensity. A shocking 1984D Roosevelt dime hiding modern rarity under dirty surfaces. And now this 1945 no mint mark Mercury dime glowing with silver history from the end of a world war. These are hidden treasure coins. These are silent fortunes. These are the coins collectors are fighting over while the average person spends them on coffee. Do not spend these coins. Check your pockets. Check your jars. Check your parents' drawers. Rare US coins alert. Some detail makes these rare. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. If this video opened your eyes, imagine what else is hiding in plain sight. Because there are still coins out there worth even more. Bigger, rarer, more shocking, and almost nobody talks about them. Stay with EagleCoins, because the next hidden treasure we reveal might be sitting in your change right now, and it could change everything.